Let's mixed emotions last weekend for the highs here on Saturday night to the lows through in Braehead on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Saturday was a great win. It was a really good game, a really entertaining game that we came out on top of and felt pretty good about ourselves. And then, Sunday, let's just say Sunday didn't go to plan. Didn't really give a good account of ourselves. Never really looked like we were going to take control of the game at any point. Even in the second period, where I think we outshot them pretty heavily. I think we kind of. I never really saw us coming back into the game, and I guess it's maybe a little bit of credit to go to Paisley and a little bit of the opposite as well. I don't think we applied ourselves in the first period or third period and didn't do enough to get the points on Sunday night.
So obviously, we wanted 4 points at the weekend. We came up short. We only got the 2. But there's got to be bumps along the way, isn't there? And it's probably more about how we react to this.
Yeah, I think anybody that thinks a team's going to go from Christmas till the end of the season without losing a game in this league's kidding themselves. And yeah, it is important how we react. We've got a big game coming up we've got 2 big games coming up this weekend, and they're both different for various reasons. Yeah, listen, life goes on. We're not the only team that's going to lose a game between now and the end of the season. I think everyone will keep taking points off each other to a certain extent. We just we got to make sure we get back on the horse again this Saturday up in Dundee.
So the game on Saturday last weekend, I know you were pleased with the performance, and once again it was a very tight game between us and the Kestrels. It always seemed to be. What was your views on it?
I thought we played well. I thought both teams played well. Yeah, it was a good game of hockey. Every game we've played against them this season, bar one, I think has maybe been a 1-goal game, or certainly no more than a 2-goal game. So, both teams going for it, both teams working hard, both teams trying to win, and we came out on top. I think I thought we had a good third period, shutting them down and limiting their opportunities. And yeah, I think we were deserved winners, but they could probably go home saying that they were undeserved losers. So it was just a good game of hockey all round.
And as you say, we went to Braehead Sunday, and we were confident, obviously, after the result on Saturday and the way we have been playing. But we've got to be fair to the Pirates. They came out flying at the traps, and they took the game to us.
Yeah, well, yeah. Listen, let's give them credit where it's due. They played well. Did we play well in the first period? No. Did we give them a couple of goals that we really shouldn't have early on? Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, we had a good second period trying to get back into the game. We outshot them pretty heavily in the second period, but couldn't find a way past their goalie, who had a good game. And they scored right at the end of the second period, which made it a difficult task. And then third period, nothing really seemed to work for us. And then we ended up taking 4 or 5 penalties in the last sort of 10, 12 minutes of the game, which you just can't do when you're a goal or 2 down and trying to claw your way back to get a result. You can't win it when you're short-handed. So that was that.
And as we say each week, Lynch, it's, even if there is a defeat of that, we kind of feel sorry for ourselves because the games they're coming thick and fast. Another 2 huge games this weekend. Crazy 7 points up for grabs, albeit in 2 different competitions. But first up, Saturday night up in Dundee against the Comets. 4 points up for grabs. They didn't come any bigger than that.
No, massive. Just like last season. They were massive last season. They're massive again this year. If you win the game, you get a jump on everyone else. If you lose the game, you've got some ground to cover. They've had a pretty decent little run of results of late. Up until Sunday, we'd had a very good run of results. So, yeah, going to be an interesting game. It's going to be. I would imagine it's going to be. There's a lot at stake. It's going to be a little bit edgy, a little bit cagey. But we know what we have to do, and we know that we've won up in that building before against both Dundee teams. So we go there with confidence. Losing one game doesn't change anything. Like I say, teams are going to lose games in the run into to the end of the season. So the important thing is you forget about it and you just move on and get right back to work.
And then Sunday night, back here at Murrayfield, a chance to claim some silverware as we play a final Northern League game. We're currently sitting top of the league. We play Kilmarnock here, and it's as simple as this. We win it. We win the game. We win the competition, but it's not going to be as simple as that, is it?
No,
when we come
listen,
against the Thunder.
Kilmarnock aren't just going to turn up and roll over for us. They're going to want to get to leave here with a win. They're going to want to spoil a little party. But yeah, like you say, it's a chance to pick up silverware. That those opportunities don't come along every week or every month. They only come along, 2 or 3 times a year. So it's important that when you've got the opportunity, you make sure you take it. It's going to be an interesting game.
And just finally, Lynch, we say it all the time. We say it nearly every week. But the fans have been superb this season, and going into this important stage of the season, we need them as loud as ever, don't we?
Yeah, we need them now more than ever. You know, they've been fantastic all season long, and especially since sort of Christmas, New Year period. You know, the crowds have been great. They're loud, they're noisy, they're passionate, and we just need to keep seeing that as the weeks roll on, as we keep sort of trying to strive towards our goal here of what we're trying to achieve. So, yeah, the more people that come and the more noise they make, the better for everybody.
Well, Lindsay, well, listen, all the best at the weekend again, and we'll speak to you next week.
Okay, cheers.
Quinn, it's the first time we've caught up with you on Caps TV this season. How much have you been enjoying it this season so far with the team that we have?
It's been great. Boys are fantastic. Everybody's sort of sticking together this season, which is pretty good. Enjoying it.
Now, last weekend there, we had the highs on Saturday. They won over Kestrels here at Murrayfield, and then obviously 24 hours later, we dropped points to get away to the Pirates. How would you sum it up?
Saturday's game was great. That was they're the kind of games that you want to be involved in. And then unfortunately, going to Paisley, getting beat through there, that was a tough one to swallow.
So looking at the game on Saturday, as you say, you know, I thought the boys really dug deep when they had to. Tight game as it always is against the Kestrels. You know, there've not been much goals in it between the two teams this season, but they games as a player, it must be brilliant playing in them, and obviously when the result goes in your favour.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these are the games that you want to be involved in. Kestrels are a great side, and obviously it's always going to be tough playing them.
And then Sunday night, we faced probably a wounded Pirates team. They've not had the best of seasons, but they showed, obviously, with the result on Saturday night, that they can beat MD on their night.
Aye, definitely. They've not obviously had the best results this season, but they do turn up and they can show that they can play. So it just shows you that this league, anybody can beat anyone.
So we need to bounce back this Saturday. We've got a huge game, probably bigger than huge. A 4-pointer up in Dundee against the Comets. We need to win that, don't we?
Definitely. That's going to be a tough game. But yeah, we need to just sort of put Sunday's game to bed and then just turn up to compete on Saturday.
So, and then Sunday night, we turn our attentions to the Northern League. It's the last game for us in the Northern League. We're sitting top. If we beat Kilmarnock, the title's ours. Obviously, any competition, although it's not one of the major trophies, but any competition we play in, we want to win it, don't we?
Yeah, of course, definitely. The boys, they were all sort of rooting to sort of win this one. So.
And then just finally, Quinny, it's this season, obviously, you've played in the SNL for many years. Not that I'm saying you're old, but you've probably seen it all. But how great is it for you? You've obviously been an Edinburgh boy as well, to see 1,000, 1,500 fans here nearly every week watching this level of hockey.
Oh, I mean, this has probably been the best sort of it's ever been for this standard of hockey, for Scottish hockey. It's great to see everybody coming in and showing support. It's fantastic.
That's brilliant, Quinny. Well, listen, all the best for the weekend, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
Cheers, Easty.